Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lorestalker. So, Occamstone Ashbringer says Commander Mograine explains he had a dark crystal, probably a dark Naru. He said he found it off an Orc commander in Blackrock Spire. Since it's getting revamped, we might find a clue, or might find it, in fact. For those of you who don't know, Alexandros Mograine, also known as the Ashbringer, was one of the leaders of the Silver Hand and the original wielder of the Ashbringer, the blade that Tyrion Fordring uses. So Alexandros witnessed an orcish warlock channeling magic through a dark orb in this battle, and upon touching the orb, his hand got burnt and mingled. It was all blackened. And so basically Mograine took the orb and kept it a secret until the Scourge reached Lordaeron. And he revealed the orb to several of his allies of the Silver Hand, suggesting that if a orb of such darkness exists, then its polar opposite should also exist. But Mograine's allies, being devoted members of the light, were absolutely appalled by seeing the crystal, and so they attempted to destroy it. But to their surprise, the crystal had absorbed the light. Upon absorbing the light, the crystal had become exactly what Mograine mentioned, the polar opposite. And from that crystal, a weapon would be forged that would smite the undead with such power that only a cloud of ash would remain in its wake. And thus the Ashbringer was born, and it was leaked. So at BlizzCon, the devs explained that on the Draenor side there would be a lot of Paladin lore, and they also did mention that they would be teaching the Blood Elves more about the origins of the light. So what could this mean? Could there be the remaking of the Ashbringer? A second Ashbringer? Will we be wielding it or something? One question is, how will we find this orb? And since we're up against a new Iron Horde which is uncorrupted by the Burning Legion, it still is highly unlikely, but perhaps one of Gul'dan's Shadow Council members may hold the orb and thus we take it off them, just steal it and make the weapon ourselves. So the chances of finding this orb is rather slim, although it is possible that the Shadow Council members may have it. Who knows? But ultimately it comes down that we are up against an Iron Horde uncorrupted by Fell Magic or the demonic, the Burning Legion. So, yeah, the chances of them possessing the orb, possessing any sort of orb of that sort, is just plain unlikely. However, we might be wrong. Blizzard did mention that there would be Paladin lore, so if they want to throw in the Ashbringer card, that would be a good time, but truthfully, this just seems like it's going to be Uncorrupted Horde versus the rest of us, and yeah, it'll make an interesting story. We shall see what will happen. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the episodes, hit us like or subscribe. And if you have any questions that need to be answered, by all means, I'm your guy. If you need anything, just ask, and I shall feature it in a video. Till next time, peace out. Have a good one.